Good morning, students. Till now, we have studied all about plant tissues. Now you know that plants and animals are different types of living structures. They have different lifestyles and different functions to perform, isn't it? So, tissues in plants and animals are different just as cells in the plants and animals are different. Okay? So, today we will be studying about animal tissues. First, we will see types of animal tissues. Now, you must be seeing so many different terms in types of animal tissues, and sometimes it becomes very difficult to remember all of them. So, two important things you should keep in mind is first, don't be afraid of their names. Second, take it easy and think as if you are learning the names of your friend. Four friends. Okay. So now let me tell you the name of your first friend. Yes, this is epithelial tissue. Okay. Second one is connective tissue. And third is muscular tissue. Now which is your fourth friend? Nervous tissue. Okay. So these are your four friends from now. These are the types of animal tissue. You can also remember it like this, that animal tissue is the name of the father of your four friends. Okay. These four are brothers. Now they further have their friends. You be friends with your friends, isn't it? When you meet them. So you try to remember their names also. So in the course of learning animal tissues, we will also be seeing their classification, like classification of epithelial tissue, connective tissue, okay, then muscular tissue or nervous tissue. But in 7th class, you will be studying classification of connective and muscular tissues only. Okay, you will be having just an introduction of epithelial tissue and nervous tissue. Now we will be starting to study epithelial tissue today. Okay, so this is epithelial tissue. Now always remember, whenever you want to learn about any tissue, what important things you need to learn. First thing is their structure. In that you will learn about their shape, okay, and you will learn if intercellular space is present or not. These two things are very important in learning about tissues, any kind of tissue. Okay, then next we will learn about where they are present, that is their location. Now beta, if you know their meaning, okay, the meaning of the name, and if you know their function, it is very easy to learn about their location, because most of the time students become very confused with their location or their function. So learning of function is easy when you know their name and if you know the meaning of their name, because most of the names of the tissues, or we can say almost all the names of the tissues, are depending upon their functions. What functions they perform, depending upon them, their name is given. Okay, so if you remember the name and if you remember the meaning of the name, then you can remember their function. Now if you know what function they are performing and you think about it properly, you can know where they are located. Okay, so it will become easy for you to learn about tissues. Otherwise you will feel difficulty in learning them, but never feel difficulty. If you have any difficulty, feel free to ask me. Okay, so first we will be learning about structure. In structure, they can be either flat, cubic, or we can say cuboid in shape, or elongated means columnar in shape. Elongated means, you know, elongated, lengthy, okay, like columns. And intercellular space in epithelial tissues is not there, and if there, it is very little. It is just like no intercellular space. Now you are clear about structure of epithelial tissue. Now let us see where they are found. Okay, so first let me tell you what is the meaning of epi here. The word epi means upon. Okay, the word epi is a Greek word and its meaning is upon. Now what do you mean by upon? Means upon means something which is upon other things. Okay, so epithelial tissues or those tissues which is the final covering or the covering layer of the body surface, external body surface, then internal free surface of many organs. Okay, so what happens? See, when you have something special at your home, something which is precious, what you do? You keep it covered, isn't it? Whenever you bring something which is very special, which is very precious, important to you, you keep it covered. Like your notebooks are important to you, isn't it? And you cover it. So same way our body is very important for us, and every body organ is important for us, isn't it? So God has given a protective layer to our body, a protective layer to our body. This protective layer, okay, this protective layer is formed by epithelial tissue. Epi means which is upon, so this is covering other tissues, so this is formed by epithelial tissue, this protective cover. Okay, understood? So now where you need the cover? On complete or whole of your body you need the cover. So which part covers your body? Which organ covers your body? Yes, of course, skin covers your body, isn't it? So the layer, the outermost layer of skin, that is now the covering of skin is covering your body. Now covering of a skin, that is formed by what? Of course, all of you know it now. That is formed by epithelial tissue. Understood? Next, you have so many organs in your body. Do you know this? Yes, like heart, internal organs. You must have studied in your previous classes. Internal organs, heart, kidney, liver. Okay, there are so many internal organs. Now you need to keep them separated. Okay, so for separating them, you need a cover over them, isn't it? And that cover is formed by epithelial tissue. Understood? And then some of the organs are hollow from inside, like internal lining is there, like in stomach. When food goes inside, it should be like a bag, of course. Okay, so the food will go inside. Then intestine, let me be little neat. Okay, then intestines are there. This is your intestine. Then inside also it should be hollow to let the passage for the food. So now internal area of it should also be protected. And what will protect it? Epithelial tissue. So now I think you better understand where epithelial tissues are present, isn't it? So let us see. Epithelial tissues, they line the outer surface of organs, I told you. Then blood vessels throughout the body, as well as the inner surface of cavities. I told you, like intestine, then stomach, inside them cavities are there for the food to pass. In blood vessels also, inside it acts like a pipe for the blood to flow. So all those organs which have the cavities, their inner surface is also having epithelial tissue. Okay, and the example is the outermost layer of skin. I explained you. So now you know where epithelial tissues are present. Will you forget it? No. If you will remember it with your meanings of epithelial tissue, you can remember it. Then I told you already that it makes up the lining of various organs. So what is its function? We have already discussed now that its function is protection. It gives protection to the body parts. So it protects the underlying tissues. Okay. Then next, when it is forming a protective layer, that means it also prevents the entry of germs. Okay. It also prevents the entry of germs in your body. Now when it forms the lining of some organs like stomach, okay, so when it forms the internal lining, at this places it also secretes some mucus. Okay, so its another function is it also secretes some mucus. It helps in absorption of digested food. I told you it is present in the internal lining of intestine. What is the role of intestine in your body? It helps in absorption of digested food. So what is there which helps in absorption of digested food? Epithelial tissue. Okay. Next function is exchange of gases. When it is present in between the alveoli of lungs, okay, lungs is the organ which is responsible for breathing, which is responsible for exchange of gases. So when this is present in the alveoli of lungs and surrounding blood capillaries, then it is involved in exchange of gases also. And then there is very much important role of it because it is forming the outermost layer of your body. Then it is also helpful in repairing the damage. If you are injured, if you get injured, then these tissues repair and your injury gets healed, isn't it? So it is because of this epithelial tissue, because they grow rapidly. What is their property? That they have the property of growing rapidly. They grow rapidly, and hence if there is a tissue damage because of any injury, then that damage is repaired because of epithelial tissue. Now I think all of you are clear about epithelial tissue. This much of knowledge about epithelial tissue is sufficient for you. See the video again, okay, revise it well. This is the classification of animal tissues. Next lesson we will be studying about connective tissue and its classification. Okay, till then study well, stay safe.